features the Grandview University Vikings and your Pioneers. Coming into the contest, the Vikings have an overall record of 12-7 and 7-5 in the conference. And your Pioneers currently have 11-11 overall record and are 6-6 in the conference. Now everyone please rise for the opening invocation by our men's basketball chaplain Jana Burnham, and remain standing for the national anthem.
Lord God, we thank you for you are a good God. We thank you for your goodness that reaches to us through your love and forgiveness that's offered to all of us. I thank you for the gifts that you've given to each of the men on the court tonight, and we invite you into this space and ask that your protection would cover their bodies and their minds and their hearts. As we gather as players, as coaches, as officials, as friends, family, and fans, God, with the words of our mouths and the meditations of our heart be pleasing in your sight, we offer this space to you and we invite you here, for you alone are worthy of all honor and glory. Amen.
Now for today's starting lineups, first for Grandview. Starting at guard, 6'5" senior from Denver, Colorado, number 1, Dallas Bailey. At the other guard, 6' senior from Clark, Iowa, number 4, Drew Johnson. At the other guard, 6' senior from Mount Pleasant, Iowa, number 10, Brady Sartorius. At the other guard, 5'11" senior from Walker, Iowa, number 24, Brian Miller. And at forward, 6'8" senior from Maryville, Missouri, number 31, Jackson Golightly. Grandview is coached by Dennis Schaefer. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing your Pioneers. Starting at guard, 5'11" senior from Topeka, Kansas, number 3, Trey Brown. At the other guard, 6'5" junior from McPherson, Kansas, number 13, Jake Alexander. At the other guard, 6'5" junior from Olathe, Kansas, number 25, Anthony Brown. At forward, 6'8" sophomore from Kansas City, Missouri, number 23, Caleb Jones McCreary. And at the other forward, 6'7" senior from Salt Lake City, Utah, number 0, Cameron Brady. The Pioneers are coached by the Hall of Famer Rocky Lamar, assisted by Adam Hector and Brody Bell. Tonight's referees are Bobby Edwards, Brad Eubanks, and John Monty.
Welcome back to the Cook Center Bell Family Arena in Rocky Lamar Court, where we are set for Heart of America Conference action between your Mid-America Nazarene University Pioneers and the visiting Grandview Vikings from Des Moines, Iowa. These teams separated by just a game in the standings. It should be a very competitive basketball game. And Coach Rocky Lamar sitting at 799 career victories, searching for that absolutely elite club of 800 wins, already the the active wins leader in the NAIA, and very high up on the all-time wins list at any level of college coaching, searching for number 800 here tonight. Vikings win the tip. They get started in their spread offense, that 4-out dribble drive with a little ball screen action from Go Lightly. That's 31 in the black, and this time it's Dallas Bailey who goes right to the bucket and scores. Strong take from Bailey, and he averages a double-double at 14 points and 10 rebounds a game. Senior out of Denver, Colorado, 6'5" forward. Impressive stat line. Pioneers looking to respond, getting into their continuity weave ball screen action. They get it to Cam Brady in the post, left side. He turns around, fadeaway jumper, no good. Offensive rebound, Jones McCrary. And Caleb takes it back up, no good. Gets his own miss once again, and he's going to get it up and one. Bucket and the foul. Jones McCrary will head to the line for one more after tying us at 2. And Pioneers are going to look to attack that offensive glass today, as they're going to have a size advantage everywhere but that 5 spot, as Jackson Go Lightly stands at 6'8", as does Jones McCrary. But the other 4 positions on the floor, Pioneers with some height advantage. And McCrary gets out and pressures the ball top of the key. Get into that dribble weave, dribble drive action. Grandview has run so well. They're difficult to guard. Shoot the ball so well from the perimeter. All 5 guys can handle it and shoot it. And they get it to Drew Johnson off of a curl. His elbow jumper no good. McCrary pulls down another rebound. Pioneers set some offense. Trey Brown off the drag ball screen. To Cam Brady, left side. He gets into the paint and tried to use the rim to protect it. Reverse layup no good, but finds an open Anthony Brown top of the key. And he cleans it up. His 3 ball is good. Pioneers lead 6-2 early on. After another possession basket following an offensive rebound for the Pioneers here early. Look for that early and often. Go Lightly trying to attack the closeout on Jones McCrary. Now Bailey cut off by Brady. Good defense from Cam. Now Drew Johnson, shot fake, gets into the paint, finds an open Brady Sartorius, and he lays it in left side. Sartorius, a 6-foot senior guard out of Mount Pleasant, Iowa. Gets on the scoreboard here early. McCrary one-on-one in the post, kicks it out. Extra pass, Alexander 3, top of the key, knocks it down. Pioneers come out red hot. They're 3 for 3 on possessions, not from the floor. A couple of offensive rebounds in there, but they've got 9 on 3 possessions here early. Jackson Go Lightly, out to Bailey. Bailey swings to Ryan Miller. Miller can absolutely fill it up. We're talking about a first-team all-conference performer. Averages 20 points and 5 rebounds. At that time, it's Go Lightly with the 3 ball. Go Lightly at 6'8", can step out and knock down the 3. Makes him a difficult cover, but he's going to have to guard Jones McCrary on the other end. His spin move got to the bucket, blocked away by Go Lightly from behind, and a battle for a loose ball is going to end with a jump ball, I believe. Official has his hand raised. Never gave the 2 thumbs up sign, but that surely is a jump ball, and it is. So Pioneers will keep it. Arrow favors them. After McCrary made a great move and Go Lightly with the excellent block from behind. Trey Brown to inbound, baseline underneath. Gets it into Caleb. Jones McCrary. He's going to go dribble handoff action with Anthony Brown. Brown turns the corner in the paint, left side. Gets back to his right hand, jump hook, got it in the foul. Anthony Brown, that is a tough basket. Was cut off by Brady Sartorius. Kept his pivot foot down, spun back, got to his strong hand jump hook, and Sartorius didn't give him enough room to land. You got to let the shooter come down where he jumped. And so, and 1 for Anthony Brown. He can't convert on the foul shot, but he's got 5 early on. Sartorius brings it across midcourt. Probing right side, gets a switch with Cam Brady. It means Trey Brown's battling with Dallas Bailey in the post. That's a size advantage for Grandview. Bailey goes right to him in the post. Left hand, got to the middle of the lane. Easy jump hook, up and good. And Grandview able to take advantage of a switch that time. Pioneers maybe switching 1 through 4 and leaving Jones McCrary on Go Lightly in the post. Into their continuity ball screen. They get it to Caleb Jones McCrary, left block. 2 dribbles, middle of the lane, kicks it out. Trey Brown, 3 ball, corner pocket, got it. And the red-hot shooting continues for the Pioneers from the perimeter here early on, 14-9 lead. Anthony Brown guards Ryan Miller. That's going to be a heck of a matchup tonight, as Miller, again, can absolutely fill it up. 20 points a game, had multiple 40-point games a year ago, but Anthony Brown, one of the best one-on-one defenders in the country. causes a lot of problems on both ends. And Brown skip past Jones-McCrary. They're looking to go to Cam Brady in the post, but strong interior defense from the 6'5" Bailey, giving up a couple inches, but plays strong in there on Brady. And Brady takes an off-balance, one-footed runner on the baseline and knocks it down. So all 5 Pioneers on the board here early. Balanced scoring attack. You can hear senior point guard Trey Brown quarterbacking his defense, calling out the set from the Vikings. And they're able to blow it up. Play breaks down. Sartorius dribbles into the paint. Driving kick to Johnson. And Johnson to Bailey, right wing, left wing, excuse me. Now go lightly in the post. Late shot clock. Skipped out to Sartorius. He is not a three-point shooter, but he's going to have to take one at the end of the clock. No good. Pioneers love that possession defensively. And Cam Brady all the way to the bucket. The full court outlet pass from Anthony Brown is going to send Cam Brady to the line for 2. Drew Johnson got back in time to foul and stop the layup. That's that Utah pass that the Pioneers work on every single day. Get the rebound and throw it rim to rim. And Cam Brady, the rim runner this time, beneficiary, and he's going to go to the line for 2. Knocks down the first one. We're happy to give you a free broadcast on MNUsports.com and MNU Sports YouTube channel. Feel free to use that live chat feature. We've got a heck of a crowd here today, hoping to see Coach Lamar win his 800th game, a crowd extending up to the upper deck. But I know some of you folks from Iowa maybe didn't make the trip down. And tell us who you're rooting for, who's your player, who's your team. Pioneer alumni tuning in all around the world, literally. Give us a shout-out where you're at. Enjoy interacting with you on this little one-man broadcasting crew. Go lightly. Step back, jumper, left elbow. No good. Rebound tracked down by Alexander. Trey Brown brings it across. Pedro Lopes has checked in. The big man from Brazil gives Caleb Jones-McCrary a blow. And Cam Brady, turnaround jumper, baseline, corner, no good. Offensive rebound, Pedro. And Lopes going to hand it off to Trey Brown. He takes a 3. Corner, too strong. Another offensive rebound opportunity for the Pioneers. And an unfortunate whistle. They're going to get Lopes on a loose ball foul.
30-second timeout.
When he was battling for that rebound with Sartorius, and Pedro can't believe it. Not a ton of contact there, just a size advantage. But Vikings want to talk things over. 30-second timeout. Stay with us. We'll be back on MNUsports.com, MNU Sports on YouTube. Play set to resume. It's going to be Sartorius running the point. And Dallas Bryson has checked in for the first time for the Vikings. He has the ball now, right elbow. Surveying. Back to Sartorius, looking for Ryan Miller coming off pin down screens. They get it to him, guarded by Anthony Brown. Miller hesitates all the way to the bucket. Right-hand layup, up and good. Difficult finish there from Ryan Miller. He had 2 Pioneers all over him, looking for a foul, none called, and he got it through the arms of Anthony Brown and a help side defender. Tough basket. 18-11 is your score. Anthony Brown, shot fake, gets into the paint, floater, got it. The soft touch, Anthony Brown in the paint. He loves that floater, left foot, right hand, and he got it to go again. He's got 7 here early on. Ryan Miller off the high ball screen from Go Lightly. Kicks back to him on the pick and pop. Go Lightly attacks the closeout. Now to Drew Johnson. He drives in left side, fouled by Drew Smith. And Drew can't believe it. He's frozen with his arms up in the air as if to say, I stayed vertical that whole time. The official disagreed. And first personal on Drew, only the first team foul on the Pioneers. So 6 minutes into the game, first team foul on the Pioneers will send Drew Johnson to the line for 2. Not the guy you want to send to the free throw line. Drew Johnson, I don't know what he shot from the line so far this season, but in the past he's been right around that 90% mark. And he's an absolute sniper, excellent shooter. And Bailey will check back in for Go Lightly. So Dallas Bailey and Dallas Bryson on the front line for the Vikings with the 3 starting guards. And I gave Drew Johnson the old commentator jinx as he misses that second free throw, which is unlike him. And the 6-foot point guard, Brady Sartorius, battling for offensive rebounds and eventually gets his putback to drop. So Sartorius with a effort play there gets the Vikings within 6. Trey Brown to Anthony Brown, right wing. Shot fake, got his defender off his feet, went drive and kick, found Trey Brown left side. Trey drives into the paint, off balance shot, hit every part of the rim and just didn't drop. Rebound Bailey. Here come the Vikings. They like to run. They're going to get a lot of transition threes up if they can get a paint touch. They love that drive and kick early offense. Ryan Miller looked to go dribble handoff. It was blown up by Jake Alexander, and Anthony Brown's going to come away with the steal. And a lot of contact on the ground there. A dangerous play, as I believe they're going to get Dallas Bryson on the foul. He dove at the legs of Anthony Brown, and that's a scary play. Now, I don't think it was intentionally dirty. Don't hear that wrong. He was making a play at the ball, who was on the ground, and just dove after it. And going to pick up a personal. Pioneers come away with the basketball. Alexander to Trey Brown, and they're going to try to exploit this mismatch inside. But Anthony Brown said, "You fired up the wrong guy," as he's got 10 in the first 8 minutes, and he knocks down another 3-ball. And Vikings with the easy layup in transition the other way as Pioneers didn't get back. But Anthony Brown on fire here to start this one. Pioneers go back to him, right corner. Comes off a screen from Alexander. He's going to get it moving this time. Jones McCrary to Drew Smith. Smith going to have Jones McCrary reset the screen, and now he gets it to him on the pick and roll. Jones McCrary lays it up and in. As Dallas Bryson was trying to draw an offensive foul, he went down, which gave McCrary the easy layup. And Ryan Miller's going to go to the free throw line as he got downhill and got his shot sent out of bounds by Jones McCrary, and it was clean up top. But Ryan Miller's such a good player, drew contact down low with the body, and he's going to go to the line for 2. Another one of these Grandview guards you don't want to see at the line. Again, he's a great shooter, especially at the free throw line. Ryan Miller, a guy you'll see throughout the night tonight, takes some difficult shots, and he hits difficult shots. I mean, off of the dribble, contested pull-ups, and knocks them down at a high rate. I mean, this guy makes really difficult baskets. He's a high-level scorer. You don't average 20 a game on accident. Multiple-time Heart of America Player of the Week a year ago with some, again, 40-point games, and can fill it up. Miller, senior out of, I want to say, Walker, Iowa. 2 for 2 at the line on this trip. 25-18, about 12 minutes to go first half. Drew Smith looking to feed Cam Brady in the post. Can't get it to him. Good defense inside by Bailey. Dribble handoff Trey Brown right side. Brown's probing, swings. Pioneers doing a good job moving side to side. They get the ball the third side of the floor, then get it to Jones McCrary, who drew a triple team. Kicked it back out to Drew Smith. Drew Smith drive and kick. 3 on the way from Trey Brown, left short. And rebound by Drew Johnson. And a great play in transition by Drew Smith as Johnson got the rebound and was looking to outlet to Ryan Miller, and Drew Smith jumped in, got a piece of it, and last touch on the Vikings. So Smith won't get credit for the steal but causes the turnover, and Pioneers take over. And that'll check Brooks Langer into the game, freshman from Harrisonville, Missouri, seeing his first action tonight. And they get it high post to Jones McCrary. They're going to look for Cam Brady off this curl. They get it to him. That's his spot. Left it a bit short this time, but he's money from that 15-foot area. Loves that mid-range jump shot, shoots it at a high clip. And Ryan Miller all the way to the bucket. This one's sent away by Cam Brady. The length inside from the Pioneers has caused problems early in that interior defense when they can keep guys off the foul line. Now Brooks Langer, pull-up jumper is good. Langer checks in, catches it on the wing, shot fake, one dribble pull-up, smooth offensive game that time from the freshman, and Langer's on the board with 2. Stretches the lead to 9 for the Pioneers. Bailey penetrating on Cam Brady, cut off. Anthony Brown denying Ryan Miller the basketball, and that's excellent. And Brooks Langer had contested the shot on Drew Johnson, and Johnson fell down. Rebound Pioneers, and Langer took off running. He may have had a layup, but officials stopped play and called a flop warning on the Viking shooter. I believe it was Johnson. And in the men's game now, I don't know if this is the same in the women's college game or not, but if you get one flop warning and then a second play occurs that an official deems to be a flop, it is ruled a technical foul, a Class B technical, I believe. So it won't go down as a personal, but the Pioneers would get free throw and a ball. And Anthony Brown again gets to that floater. In case of emergency, he can be used as a flotation device. He's got 12. And Golightly looking to respond on the left wing. His 3-ball off the mark, rebound Brown. And he gets it to Trey Brown. Brown to Brown. Trey comes off the drag ball screen, throws it back to Langer. Shot fake, drives again, this time cut off by Isaiah Johnson, who's in the game for the Vikings for the first time. Pick and roll right side. Jones-McCrary got tangled up, and they're going to get Golightly for a block. Good two-man game on that isolated wing ball screen. Jones-McCrary rolled hard against that kind of soft hedge, low show, drop coverage, whatever you want to call it, of the Vikings ball screen defense, and had a layup or dunk opportunity and then was cut off by Golightly, who picks up the foul, his first. Cam Brady drives right side, drive, kick, extra pass. Trey Brown thought about swinging. Now he's going to try to get it to Caleb Jones-McCrary in the post, who has a mismatch with 5'10 Sartorius, and Ryan Miller's going to draw a charge. Brooks Langer was driving into the paint and was cut off by Ryan Miller, took it in the chest, drew the offensive foul. So first on Langer, and it'll be Viking basketball when we come back. The under 10 media timeout. Pioneers find themselves with an 11-point lead here early, 29-18. Stay with us. We got a 1-minute break. We'll be back on MNUsports.com, MNU Sports on YouTube. As action set to resume for what should be the second quarter, but we'll just call it the final 10 minutes of the first half. With the Pioneers trainer out there cleaning up a cut on Anthony Brown's hand, but he's able to stay in the ballgame, no blood on the jersey. Got the Kennedy family in the chat all the way from Council Bluffs, Iowa, supporting their Pioneers as they've had a couple of Kennedys come through in the Pioneer Athletics program. Michaela, an excellent volleyball player, and Nate Kennedy on the football team back in the early 2000s. Cheering on Coach Lamar to hopefully win number 800. Let's not jinx him. As Isaiah Johnson comes off a dribble handoff, couldn't get the 3-ball to drop. Rebound Cam Brady. Pioneers slowing things down, going to run a set. As Coach Hepker, the Hall of Fame player from the Pioneers, soon to be head coach when Hall of Fame head coach Rocky Lamar retires in the spring, drew up a set coming out of the timeout, and he got it to Cam Brady at the high post. Good defense from Bailey, nothing doing. They get it back to Anthony Brown, and that's a good play. Shot fake, step through. Anthony Brown's going to be whistled for a travel. I disagree. That's a high-level move there. He kept his left foot down. That's his pivot foot, and went shot fake, step through. They're going to say he drug it, so turnover, Vikings basketball. Sartorius gets the offense set for Grandview. They go high post to Bailey. Pin down, dribble handoff action for Isaiah Johnson. He gets all the way to the cup, couldn't get the layup to go. Rebound, Anthony Brown. Pioneers off and running. Jake Alexander left side. He's going to slow things down, run some offense. They're still trying to get it to Cam Brady on the left block, and they do. Golightly came over and helped, but Brady able to make the catch. 3 on the way from Jake Alexander. He hit another one. Alexander's 2 for 2. The Pioneers continue their hot shooting start from the perimeter, and Alexander's got 6. 32-18 lead. Golightly, left wing. He gets into the paint on McCrary. It is stolen away. Anthony Brown comes in, rips that one away, throws another full court outlet. Cam Brady comes down with it. His reverse layup doesn't drop, gets his own rebound, puts it up and in. So Anthony Brown won't get credit for the assist. Cam wanted that offensive rebound. As he leads the conference in double-doubles, he's going to try to pad that rebounding stat, and does. Gets the putback to drop. Golightly, another 3 on the way, no good. Offensive rebound, Dallas Bailey, and that's not the guy you want to leave open. Ryan Miller found himself uncontested on the wing, and he's going to knock that down all day long. He's got 7. Cannot let him get hot, or he gets hot in a hurry. Jones McCrary left side, no good, got his own rebound, and then it was poked away. Here comes Ryan Miller again. Miller, drive and kick. Bailey's 3, right wing, too strong. Pioneers fortunate that time. That's how Grandview gets hot, that transition 3 game. Unable to capitalize on that one. Brady off the ball screen. Set the ball screen for Brown. They throw it back to Alexander. Another 3, no good. Got his own miss. And he's going to go to the line for 2. That's a blocking foul. I believe they're going to call it on Ryan Miller. They are. So Miller, who's already drawn a charge today, slid over, thought he had another one, and going to say he was either not moving or just not squared up. And it's going to send Alexander to the line for 2. Left the first one short. Drew Johnson checks back in for the Vikings, and Drew Smith back in for the Pioneers.
Drew Smith.
If you're having issues seeing the score on the ticker, I'll do my best to update you verbally. It's 34-21 Pioneer lead, 7:30 to go in the first half. Sartorius directing traffic, gets it across to, I thought that was Drew Johnson. It's not. It's Dylan Miller, 14 in the black jersey. Miller, a junior guard from Mason City, Iowa. Now Sartorius probes left side. Gets all the way to the cup on the hesitation move. Used the rim. Pretty reverse layup. Sartorius got by and scored around the long arms of Caleb Jones McCrary, an excellent rim protector. And Sartorius has 6. There's Jones McCrary in the post. Sealed off, go lightly. Drew Smith found him on the high-low pass, and Jones McCrary lays it in. He's got 7, and the Pioneers' lead stretches to 13. So we got a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. MNUsports.com, MNU Sports on YouTube. Play resumes after the 30-second timeout by the Pioneers. And Sartorius being guarded by 6'8" Caleb Jones McCrary. Rocky Lamar known for changing defenses time to time, and he's put his center on the opposing team's point guard, which he's been known to do. And that time Jones McCrary comes away with a steal, poked it away, great hands. But after he poked it away and recovered, the ball bounced on that sideline, so Vikings will keep possession, and they're not going to give them a reset on the shot clock. So just 10 on the shot clock, no change of possession. Late clock here, and Alexander is going to be whistled for the foul. He lost his footing and ended up taking out Jackson Golightly, who they were both going for the inbounds pass, and Aaron inbounds pass, and Alexander wanted to steal it, just lost his footing and tripped up Golightly. So his first personal. Pioneers' 4th team foul. Grandview was 6th team foul, so Pioneers will be shooting 1-on-1 on their next violation. Scissor action. Sartorius playing 1-on-1 with Jones McCrary, again, who's got an 8-inch height advantage and will give him a bit of a cushion. Not a three-point shooter, Sartorius. All his baskets come in the paint. Pioneers pushing. Drew Smith, 3-ball from the corner. No good. Rebound Bailey, and now the Vikings are going to run. Sartorius all the way to the bucket. That's where he's best. Couldn't get it to go. Jones McCrary's rim protection caused that miss. He didn't get a blocked shot, but he was right there contesting at the rim. And it's going to get Jake Alexander an open 3 on the other end. No good. Rebound Golightly. And we're going to have an official's timeout as Brady Sartorius came up limping after that layup attempt that was contested by a couple of Pioneers. He appears to be okay. He's going off on his own power, but a little bit gingerly. I'm not sure. He might need to yeah, he's taking his shoe off. He's going to put it back on. Might have blown out the shoe or just come loose a bit. So Ryan Miller handling the point guard duties for the moment. Bailey, nice backdoor cut by Drew Johnson, and he gets the layup. The feed from Dallas Bailey. when you shoot it as well as Drew Johnson does, you demand attention at the three-point line, and that frees you up sometimes for those backdoor cuts. And good action from the Vikings. Alexander to Trey Brown. He drives baseline. Help side comes over. He finds Cam Brady, middle of the lane. Brady once again couldn't get the initial shot to go, but tipped in his own miss. Another offensive rebound and another deuce. He's got 8. Vikings in their 5-out pin down curl action. Got it to Drew Johnson, and he's going to be fouled by Trey Brown. That's Brown's second, I believe. No, his first. So that's good news for the Pioneers, as Trey Brown, really the only true point guard on the roster. They cannot afford to not have him on the floor, and he plays just about 40 minutes a game. And it's his first team foul. They've got it backwards on the scoreboard there. They gave the foul to number 3 for Grandview, which is Dallas Bryson, and now they've corrected it, took it away, and gave it to Trey Brown. Johnson knocks down the first free throw and unable to hit the second. Fortunate for the Pioneers, hanging on to a 12-point lead with 5 minutes to go first half, 38-26. Trey Brown sets the offense. Pioneers in their floppy set. They're going to go set a shuffle for Anthony Brown, and then Drew Smith will come off a staggered double. They got it to Smith, and now they're trying to post Anthony. Couldn't get it to Anthony Brown. Dallas Bailey defending well in the post. Trey Brown penetrates. Tried to find Drew Smith. It was stolen away by Johnson. Drew Johnson finds Ryan Miller, not the guy you want open, and he hits another one. Ryan Miller's in double figures with 10, and he's hit 2 threes in a row from that same spot, that left wing. One uncontested after an offensive rebound, that time in transition. Makes this a 9-point ball game. Anthony Brown, jab step, gets in the paint. There's that floater again, left this one short. And between two Vikings, somehow came down with his own offensive rebound in traffic and found a cutting Alexander for the layup. What a play by Anthony Brown to go get that ball out of absolutely nowhere. And then he pokes it away from Ryan Miller, who did recover. It looked for a moment as if that was going to be a steal and a layup the other way, but Ryan Miller able to recover. Sets the offense for Grandview. 10 on the shot clock. It's Bailey. Driving on Drew Smith. He gets downhill, finds Go Lightly in the corner. His three, no good, and excellent work from Drew Smith, who's giving up significant size to Dallas Bailey, but kept him out of the paint and then kept good positioning, boxed him out, and drew the foul on Bailey going for the offensive rebound. So that does a couple of things. That gives Bailey his second, and he'll head to the bench, and it gives the Pioneers an opportunity for points at the free throw line, as that's the 7th team foul on Grandview. So Drew Smith heads to the line for a 1-and-1. Drew Smith knocks down the first one. My production team giving me a hard time as I'm nervous up here walking back and forth. We're seeing a heck of a game so far from both of these teams. Pioneers have come out with an intensity that they need on the offensive end, where they knock down shots early, and that sometimes sparks you defensively when you're got your shooting stroke going early on. And Drew Smith knocks down both free throws, gives the Pioneers a 42-29 lead, just under 4 minutes to go first half. Miller crosses the timeline, guarded by Anthony Brown, swings to Drew Johnson. Johnson drives baseline, kicks it out to Go Lightly, recovered by Jones McCrary. Back to Ryan Miller in the paint. His layup, splitting two defenders, got it to go. We've seen that twice now. His ability to make highly contested shots in the paint is just extraordinary for a guy his size. Skip pass, Anthony Brown, corner three, knocks it down. He's got 15. You see why this guy was the first All-American as a freshman in the history of the Pioneers basketball program. And they've had a bunch of All-Americans. Never a true freshman, and Anthony Brown did that 2 seasons ago. This kid can really play. Go Lightly has it top of the key, guarded by Jones McCrary. He gets into the paint. His layup is sent away by McCrary, and it's going to be Caleb's second foul. Got a piece of the basketball, but fouled him down low. That'll be his second, and no one has run to the scorer's table yet. Typically, Coach Lamar doesn't let people get 3 in the first half, and there comes Pedro Lops. So Caleb Jones McCrary will take a seat to ensure he doesn't pick up his third before halftime. Pedro Lops checks back in for the Pioneers. Golightly, the 6'8 senior from Maryville, Missouri, transfer from William Jewell, where he started for a couple of years at Jewell. Knocks down both foul shots and makes this a 12-point ball game. See how the Pioneers respond if they get Anthony Brown another look. He's going to set a back screen for Brady. Gets Brady open on the left block, and he once again couldn't get the layup to go. Almost got his own rebound for a third time in this half, where he's had good looks, contested looks, but he's a high percentage field goal shooter, and he's gone 1 for 2 most times. That time couldn't get the offensive rebound. After good execution in the half court, the Pioneers got the look they wanted, just unable to capitalize. Drew Johnson, right side to Golightly, and they get it to Ryan Miller off the curl. Shot fake, got Anthony Brown off his feet, and he's going to head to the line for 2. Hard foul by Anthony Brown, not a dirty play, clean play, but he helped Ryan Miller up, and Miller will go to the line for 2. Miller curled that screen, got all the way to the right block and slammed on the brakes. Excellent shot fake, got Brown off of his feet. And it turns out to be a big play as Ryan Miller misses the first free throw. And again, these guys typically shoot a high percentage at the free throw line and have gone 1 for 2 often here in the first half. He missed them both, so Cam Brady's going to come away with the rebound. Anthony Brown took his first personal foul, but it saved 2 points. And Trey Brown gets into the paint, sets the offense for the Pioneers. Alexander probes. He's cut off by Miller. Cam Brady into the paint, went high post to Pedro Lops. Back to Trey Brown, back to Brady. Right side, baseline drive, found a cutting Alexander who lays it in with his left hand, and 1. He'll go to the line for 1 more. Cam Brady spun baseline and had no place to go and just found a cutting Alexander at the rim. Excellent pass interior from Cam Brady, and Jake Alexander earns himself a trip to the line for 1 more. He's in double figures with 10. Make it 11. Stretches this lead back to 15. 48-33, 2 minutes to go first half. Isaiah Johnson brings it across for Grandview, sets the offense. They're going to run that scissor cut action top of the key. And now that's Bryson who takes a 3, and he knocks it down. Dallas Bryson, senior out of Peoria, Illinois, with the 3 ball. And Cam Brady is going to turn it over here, trying to respond. He got all the way into the paint, lost his footing, and just turned and threw it out. Thought he had a guard on the wing. He didn't, and so Vikings take over possession. Golightly, right side. He gets it to Bryson again. Dallas Bryson surveys. Jab step, nothing doing. Swings it to Miller. Dylan Miller, not Ryan Miller this time. And Dylan Miller all the way to the bucket. Couldn't get the layup to go. Good defense at the rim from Jake Alexander. Just had a heck of a first half. Anthony Brown, blow by. He's going to go back to the free throw line. That is a difficult one-on-one cover for any of these Grandview guards. Anthony Brown got by him with the in and out on the right side. He was fouled there, so he's going to head to the line for a 1-and-1 opportunity. It's the 9th team foul on Grandview. Brown knocks down the first. High-scoring first half from the Pioneers here. If Anthony can knock down this second free throw, they'll be at the 50 mark. We'll see Connor Robertson for the first time for Grandview. Freshman guard from Riverside, Missouri, just up the street, Kansas City area. Anthony goes 2 for 2. 50-36 lead here. Pioneers exploded offensively in the first half, led by Anthony Brown, who's got 17 of them. Golightly to Isaiah Johnson. Johnson swings it to the other Johnson, Drew Johnson. A lot of double names here. We got a couple Millers, a couple Johnsons, a couple Drews, a couple Browns. Make it tough on the broadcaster. Anthony Brown's going to pick up his second, and it's going to send Isaiah Johnson to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. And with just 1 minute to go in the ball game, Coach Hepker and Coach Lamar are yelling at Anthony Brown, you've got 2, be smart here. They would much prefer Grandview get a wide open layup than Anthony Brown pick up his 3rd foul before the half. I promise you that. So he's got to play smart here for 63 seconds. Is Isaiah Johnson 1 for 2 at the line. Pioneers are going to have 2 for 1 opportunity here. as Trey Brown surveys. They're looking to get it to Pedro Lops in the post, and they do. He's one-on-one in there with Bryson. He gets in the paint. Shot fake, turnaround, bucket. Pedro Lops, he's got a deep bag of post moves, and he goes to the little shot fake turnaround jumper that time. He's on the board. 52-37 lead. And Connor Robertson's floater on the baseline, no good. And that ball is going to bounce out of bounds. They're going to say last touch Pioneers. And so that resets the shot clock to 20, not a full 30, because they're not going to say there was a change of possession. So offensive rebound, dead ball rebound will reset it to 20. And Drew Smith checks in to ensure Anthony Brown doesn't pick up that third foul. Cam Brady, one-on-one in the post with Bryson. He blocks it away. Dallas Bryson, good spin move on the baseline, but the Heart of America's leading shot blocker a year ago came from behind and threw it off the glass. So Pioneers will have the last shot of the first half. Trey Brown pulls things out, directs traffic. One to clear out a side, and now they do. Gets it to Lob's high post. Pedro swings it to Drew Smith. Drew Smith, three on the way, got it. Drew Smith knocks down the corner three, and that gives the Pioneers a 55-37 lead going into the halftime break. So we got a 15-minute halftime. I'll be back in about 14 to bring you stats from the first half of action. And don't go anywhere, as we've got an action-packed second half coming with head coach Rocky Lamar on the cusp of win number 800. Stay with us, MNUsports.com, MNU Sports on YouTube.
Featuring the top kids. These superstars attend several Kansas City area preschools. Please welcome the top kids.
Welcome back to the Cook Center for second half of action between your Mid-America Nazarene University Pioneers and the visiting Grandview Vikings. What a show we had in the first half from Ryan Miller and Anthony Brown, leading their teams respectively. Anthony Brown with 17 on 6 of 7 shooting. Miller with the only Viking in double figures with 12 on 4 for 5 and hit both of his attempts from the three-point line. So second half starts. Dallas Bailey goes right to the rim. They're trying to get Anthony Brown his third foul early, which is a heads-up play by a great coach in Dennis Schaefer, but Anthony stays vertical. Bailey unable to knock down the bunny, and Pioneers keep this 18-point lead, and they're going to run some offense on the other end, get into their continuity ball screen action. And they get it to Brown at the top of the key. High ball screen from Brady, and an offensive foul away from the ball. It's going to be on Jones McCrary. They're going to get it. He was posting Jackson Golighty on the left block, and I didn't see what happened. I was watching the top of the key, but apparently did something not to the liking of the officials, and that's going to be Caleb's third foul on a ticky-tack away from the ball offensive foul. You hate to see that. Jones McCrary, such an important piece for the Pioneers, but has struggled with foul trouble. And on the other end, Jackson Golighty, shot fake, attacks the closeout, gets all the way to the bucket, lays it in. He's got 7. Pioneers shot 55% from the floor and 58% from 3 in the first half. Vikings 41% from the floor and just 33% from 3, but this is a team that has made 33s in their prior 2 games, so they can really get hot and fill it up. And on that one, an offensive rebound and a putback by Dallas Bryson. So a little bit of a change to the starting lineup as Sartorius went down with a little ankle foot injury in the first half, and I don't think we'll see him again as he came out of the halftime break without his shoe on. And usually that's not a good sign, so hopefully he's okay and it's not a long-term injury, but I think he may be done for today. Anthony Brown left the floater short. Cam Brady came flying in for an offensive rebound, missed the putback attempt, but ball's batted back outside, and Trey Brown keeps possession for the Pioneers. He's going to come off a ball screen, swings it back to Anthony Brown, thought about a 3, turned it down. Now he's going to attack off the bounce. He finds an open Alexander, drive and kick 3, right on line off the back rim, rebound Bryson. Here comes Ryan Miller. This is a 14-point game all of a sudden. Now he's at the rim, lays it in, missed it. I just assumed he makes so many difficult layups. That was the easiest one he's had tonight and didn't get that to go, but he's made some incredibly contested ones. Alexander, step through, got the bucket to go, stops the bleeding, pushes the Pioneers' lead to 16. Drew Johnson, pull-up jumper in response, no good. Jones McCrary, the rebound. He had 6 of those at halftime, so that's at least 7, maybe 8. Cam Brady with 8 points and 7 boards in the first half. He's got a couple of rebounds here early, so well on his way to another double-double. Drive, kick, extra pass, 3 on the way, corner ball. Anthony Brown, catch and shoot. He's got his feet set in the corner. You can just go ahead and put 3 points on the board. He's got 20. Anthony was 3 for 3 from downtown in the first half and just picking up right where he left off. Pedro Lop's going to check in for Jones McCrary. Again, Caleb with the 3 fouls. Pedro not in foul trouble. I think he just has 1. Second team foul of the Pioneers there. That one on Brady, his first. Drew Johnson off that pin down. He likes to curl that. He got into the paint, but good switch out by Pedro Lops. Prevented a jumper. Now they've got the 6'8 Golighty one-on-one in the post with Trey Brown, and that's going to be advantage Vikings on the switch. Golighty lays it in. He's got 9. Trey Brown off the ball screen. Look for Cam Brady in the short corner. Miscommunication, stolen away. Ryan Miller ahead of the pack, receives the pass, lays it in. So Grandview taking advantage of the turnover out in transition. Ryan Miller with 14. Trey Brown going to slow things down, run a set for the Pioneers. Get it to Anthony Brown on the wing. They're looking to isolate Lops in the post on Bryson. They couldn't get it to him. Help side came over. But that left Trey Brown wide open on the wing, and he knocks down the 3 ball. His second one of those tonight. Pioneers are going to talk things over, set their defense. They're going to take a full timeout after the made 3 from Trey Brown. So we started this half with an 18-point lead, and we'll take a timeout with 16:26 to go, still at that 18-point lead after the 3 from Brown. We'll be back in 1 minute, MNUsports.com. It'll be Grandview basketball when we come back from that full timeout. See if the Pioneers make any adjustments or they just stick with their man-to-man. It's been effective, although Grandview's capitalized in transition a little here in the start of the second half. Still struggling in the half court to get going. Bryson driving on Brady. They're going to switch. There's a backdoor out of the corner and Go Lightly trying to draw a foul on Pedro Lops. Unsuccessful. They turn it over on the miscue. Couldn't handle the pass. Now Lops has a 6-foot Drew Johnson in the post. Help side came over. Ryan Miller, what a play. Came all the way from the weak side corner to poke that pass away. Forces the turnover. And Drew Johnson, transition three, knocks it down. This Vikings team is dangerous in transition. They shoot a lot of threes, and they shoot it at a high clip. And you can erase a lead in a hurry if you're not careful. Drew Johnson gets hot from three. He shoots it over 40% for his career. But Trey Brown responds with a three of his own. Downtown Trey Brown from the right wing. He's got 3 of them. 9 points in the ball game. Stretches the lead back to 18. Bryson going to try a three top of the key. No good. Rebound Brady and Pioneers off and running. Trey Brown brings it across. Now slows things down. Calls for the ball screen. Set by Brady. He gets middle. Step back. 3 ball. He hit another one. Trey Brown, he can't help but just shake his head. Got the hot hand right now. That's 3 threes in the last 3 minutes from Trey Brown. He's up to 12, 69-48 lead Pioneers. Make it 50 as Ryan Miller all the way to the bucket lays it in on the right side. He's got 16 points in the game. Well on his way to his 20-point average. A difficult guy to guard, Ryan Miller. Brown's going to settle things down. Set the offense top of the key. Goes to Cam Brady, right wing. They're going to reverse sides of the floor, shuffle. Nope, cleared out that side for Trey Brown on an isolation, but good defense from Miller cut him off. Brady took a 3 top of the key, no good. Long rebound falls in the hands of Anthony Brown. He drops off a bounce pass to Pedro Lops in the pick and roll. Lops all the way to the bucket. He's fouled. No call right in front of the baseline official. I could see it from upstairs that he had a hold of his right arm, but Pedro just muscles through it, scores it on the right side off the glass, 71-50. Jake Alexander jumped the passing lane. Just about had a steal, but pokes it out of bounds. Vikings retain possession, and Drew Smith's going to check back in for the Pioneers. That allows Cam Brady to head to the bench, and Pioneers are playing smaller now with Brown and Alexander, both guards, but standing 6'5", 6'6", and then Drew Smith, Trey Brown, and the one big man, Pedro Lops, who's matched up there with Go Lightly. That's going to be Robertson, who got it middle of the lane, I believe. He kicks it out. Dallas Bailey's 3, no good. And that's going to be a shot clock violation. Ryan Miller was fighting for the offensive rebound, but that three-point attempt didn't hit the rim, so to no avail. Shot clock. Trey Brown directing traffic, as is Coach Hepker from the sideline, trying to set up a special set play, see if they go to Lops in the post. They're looking for him. One-on-one with Go Lightly. He got it. They bring a double team. Bailey comes on the double. Lops wisely dribbles it out, finds an open Alexander. Good ball movement. Another corner three. Anthony Brown. Man, it looked good all the way. Hits every part of the rim and rolls out. Rebound Vikings. They're off and running. Miller pushes the pace. Finds Bailey. Now Jackson Go Lightly. Left side. Tough floater. Off balance. No good. Ryan Miller comes flying in for the rebound and draws a foul on Trey Brown. Rocky Lamar beside himself. Didn't think that was a warranted whistle. And that's Trey Brown's third, I believe. Nope, just a second. So second foul on Trey Brown, third team foul for the Pioneers. And they give up an easy layup on the baseline underneath. Good execution from the Vikings, so 71-52. Alexander turns down a screen, drives baseline. Step back, gave it to Anthony Brown, cut to the rim, got it back, and then lost it. Ryan Miller steals it away, and he's going to bring it coast to coast himself. Spin move to the bucket. Difficult finish. Man, this kid, Ryan Miller, at the rim, taking contact, plays off 2 feet, never off balance, and finishes through it up to 16. Lops, that's going to be a charge. Pedro Lops caught it in the paint, took one dribble, went right through the chest of Jackson Go Lightly. And Go Lightly sold it, but it was a charge. He got him right in the chest, and Pedro's going to pick up the personal foul, and Jones McCrary checks back in for the Pioneers. And that'll also send Cam Brady to the scorer's table, so for the next dead ball. Miller has it, guarded by Jake Alexander. Isolated. Got Alexander off his feet, but help side came over, forced the pass. Ryan Miller's three way off the mark, but he knew it, chased it down, and stole another possession for the Vikings. So Miller knew as soon as it left his hand that it wasn't going to go in, and immediately chased it and got a hand on it, but poked it off a Pioneer. So Grandview basketball, baseline underneath. Miller to inbound. Ryan Miller to Dylan Miller to Bailey, back to Dylan Miller. In the paint, bucket. Came off of a flex screen. That's back-to-back well executed baseline out of bounds plays from Grandview. Got Dylan Miller off of a flex cut, stopped in the paint, and went right over Anthony Brown for the bucket, as Anthony didn't want to pick up his third foul. So we've got a 71-56 score, 12-19 to go in the ball game. 30-second timeout. Don't go anywhere, MNUsports.com. It'll be Pioneer basketball after the 30-second timeout. Trey Brown crosses the timeline, guarded by Ryan Miller. Goes high post to Caleb Jones McCrary. He surveys. Given a lot of space by Golightly, but he finds Cam Brady for the elbow jumper. Left it short. Rebound Dallas Bailey, and he brings it across. Ryan Miller on the backdoor cut. Had a layup, decided to drop it off to Robertson. And scrambling from the Pioneer defense, but able to recover. Multiple rotations forced there by Ryan Miller's dribble drive penetration, but Pioneers able to keep the ball out of the paint. And Golightly's three, no good. So what a possession from the Pioneer defense. They were scrambling for about 25 seconds and end up forcing a contested jumper at the end of the clock and come away with a stop. Trey Brown all the way to the bucket, blocked by Miller. Pioneers will keep possession. Dallas Bryson checks back in for Grandview. Golightly takes a seat. Inbounded to Jones McCrary. He's going to get it to Anthony Brown, chase it to a ball screen. Anthony turns the corner all the way to the bucket, and he's fouled. So Pioneers this time execute a baseline out of bounds play. Get the ball into the hands of Anthony Brown, get him into the paint, and he's going to go to the free throw line for two. That foul's on number 15, Jack Trudeau. Excuse me, I think I mistakenly called him Connor Robertson on the other end. It's Trudeau. And Jack Trudeau, a 6'5" senior from Van Meter, Iowa. Anthony Brown 2 for 2 at the line. Miller brings it across, swings to Bailey. They're looking for Trudeau off the curl. Now they get Miller off the curl. So back-to-back pin down screens on that weak side. First guy curls, and then the high-scoring Ryan Miller is the second cutter, and he finds himself in the lane for a bucket. He's got 20. Jones McCrary kicks it out to Drew Smith. Extra pass. Anthony Brown stepped on a foot, and he rolled his ankle, and he's going to take a foul so he can come out of the game, as Anthony's been dealing with off and on ankle injuries all season. And he drove in that time and I believe just stepped on a foot and rolled that ankle again. He's in some pain as he takes the third personal foul so he can exit. That's a big, big loss for the Pioneers. And Alexander checks back in to replace him. Dylan Miller picks his dribble up, finds Bailey. Dallas Bailey surveys. A lot of curl cuts off these pin downs, and there's a backdoor from Dylan Miller, and he's going to go to the line for one more, and one. Dylan Miller back-to-back baskets in the paint, one off of a flex cut on that baseline underneath action, and that time little backdoor cut takes the contact. We'll head to the line for one more, and it's a 13-point game. Again, as well as this Grandview Vikings team shoots it from the three-point line, they are never out of the game. They check back in their starting group with the exception of Bryson, who remains in the game, but Drew Johnson and Jackson go lightly back in for the Vikings. Jones McCrary goes dribble handoff. Pioneers in their continuity ball screen action. Going to be continuous ball screens on the wings. Now they're going to go high ball screen. Drew Smith, 3-ball, top of the key, knocks it down. The Vikings went under that ball screen, and Drew Smith made them pay. Stopped behind the screen, confidently stepped into that one and knocks it down. He's got 8 points, and that's a big possession for the Pioneers. As Dallas Bryson, out of control, throws up a wild shot at the rim, and Caleb Jones McCrary didn't even try to block it. He just stood there straight up and down, and Bryson threw it over the goal. What a play from Ryan Miller. My goodness. Ryan Miller diving on the floor, comes up with a steal at midcourt, and that gets Go Lightly the dunk on the other end. What more can you say about Ryan Miller? A coach's dream to coach a kid that can score 40 but is willing to dive on the floor and give up his body, doesn't care about his shots, like absolute competitor. Pioneers go back to that same set. High ball screen for Drew Smith. They go over this time. Smith goes to the bucket all the way to the rim. Right-handed layup, rims out. Got downhill. Good shot from Smith. It just bounces out too strong. And Anthony Brown's back at the scores table, so I was concerned that he may be done, but he's coming back in at the next dead ball. And that'll be right now as that pass is deflected out of bounds. And we'll head to our under 10 media timeout. So 9:06 on the clock. It'll be Viking basketball when we come back from this 1-minute media timeout. Stay with us, MNUsports.com, MNU Sports on YouTube. It's going to be Ryan Miller to inbound as we get set for what should be the fourth quarter of action. 9 minutes and 6 seconds to play. Pioneers clinging on to a 13-point lead in a crucial game in the standings. Everybody in the heart of America is bunched up, separated by 1, maybe 2 games, with the exception of the number 1 team in the country, William Penn, who sits alone at the top. That pass almost stolen away by Jake Alexander. Deep 3 on the way from Drew Johnson. No good, left it short, and there's Anthony Brown to track it down. So a welcome sight to see 25 check back in for the Pioneers. And Trey Brown going to set up a box set. Out of the timeout, Coach Hepker firing away on that clipboard, trying to get an easy post touch for Jones McCrary. Couldn't get it to him. Bryson, good defense. So Trey Brown's coming off a ball screen right side. He gets all the way to the bucket, left-handed layup. Pretty finish from Trey Brown. What a second half he's having as he got all the way to the rim on the right side and went inside hand, left-hand layup, scooped it up and in. The Pioneers are going to stay in this 3-2 zone, which they came out of the media timeout in. It's been very effective for them in their previous couple of games as they were another stop here. First the turnover, now a block shot and a run out. Anthony Brown, another floater. This one too strong. Offensive rebound. Cam Brady buckets up and good. Give him another double-double. He's got 10, and that pushes our lead to 17 with 8 minutes to go. Pioneers still in the 3-2. Another steal. Anthony Brown steals it away, gets it to Trey Brown, left side, all the way to the bucket. No call on the foul. Trey Brown was fouled. He's not going to get credit for it, but an offensive rebound and a putback by Cam Brady. Sound like a broken record. I feel like I've said that 100 times tonight. 82-63, timeout Vikings. We'll see what Coach Schaefer can come up with against this 3-2 zone, which has been a heck of an adjustment for the Pioneers after a full timeout on MNUsports.com, MNU Sports on YouTube. The Pioneer faithful crowd getting excited as we approach this 7 minutes to go in the ball game. And Coach Lamar approaches win number 800. Now don't jinx them, knock on wood if you're at your kitchen table. Pioneers do stay in the 3-2 zone. See what adjustment from the Vikings as they're looking to get it to Ryan Miller in the high post. Now he fans out to the corner. And Anthony Brown, so difficult to get the ball into the high post with his long arms anticipating at the top. 3 in the corner from Miller was no good. Rebound Brown, so Pioneers are going to be in a little bit less of a hurry to shoot quickly now with a 19-point lead in 7 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the ball game. They are more than happy to take 30 seconds off the shot clock. Trey Brown, drive, kick, little crackback play for Anthony Brown. His 3 wide open. He missed one finally. He's got 22 in the ball game and was on fire from 3 to start. I think he's missed his last 2. And little transition offense from the Vikings is going to result in another turnover. Anthony Brown came away with it. I think Caleb Jones-McCrary poked it away first. And they're calling a jump ball. Anthony Brown snaked his way to the basket and was fouled by I think it was Dallas Bailey, but Bailey did have his hand on the basketball, and they're going to go with the jump ball. Get it into Jones-McCrary, top of the key. He looks for Alexander on a slip, wasn't there. Trey Brown directing traffic, gets to Anthony. Now they go high post to Jones-McCrary. Dribble handoff action. Dylan Miller going to be whistled for a personal. That's only the second foul of the half on Grandview. I didn't notice that until I just peeked up at the scoreboard. So Pioneers 16 fouls. Grandview will be in the bonus the rest of the way. Grandview just picked up their second. Fresh 20 on the shot clock. Trey Brown, dribble handoff. They go high post to Jones-McCrary once again. They like that pin down handoff action. They got it back to Trey Brown, and he hit another one. Trey Brown has been on fire in the second half. That's at least his 4th 3 of the half. He's up to 17 and stretches this lead to 22, excuse me. And this 3-2 zone has been nails for the Pioneer defense. I think they've gotten 5 consecutive stops. And right as I say that, a cutting Dylan Miller gets all the way to the rim and lays it in. Good finish that time from Miller. Used the rim. Put some English on it, snuck it in. He's got 7, all of them at the rim, in the paint. He's a strong guard. Pioneers go right at him. Anthony Brown in the post, draws a double team. They kicks it out to Jones-McCrary, who's going to head to the free throw line. Anthony Brown had it one-on-one in the post with Dylan Miller, and Grandview didn't like that matchup. They sprinted a double team at him, and that left Jones-McCrary unguarded. He cut to the rim, as any good player would. Brown found him. Caleb's eyes lit up. He thought he was going to get a dunk. And a couple Vikings slid over and took the foul. We'll send him to the free throw line. And first one rolls in off the back rim. Soft touch. Got the hometown roll. And Caleb Jones-McCrary 1 for 2. Second one too strong. Pioneers are going to stay in this 3-2 zone for as long as they can, and why not? Leave Anthony Brown at the top of the key, prevent him from picking up a foul most likely, and it's been stop after stop after stop with the exception of the one Dylan Miller layup, and there's another. Pioneers content to slow things down, run some shot clock here. 86-65, 5 minutes to go in the ball game. In that Gonzaga continuity ball screen action. Now they're going to go high post. Nope, low post to Cam Brady. He had him sealed, but threw a skip to Trey Brown, who's been on fire in the second half. Couldn't get that one to drop. Rebound by Ryan Miller, and he's going to push it himself all the way to the paint. Drive and kick 3. Drew Johnson left it short. Got his own miss. Now Ryan Miller left it short. And I'm in shock that those two guys, as well as they shoot the basketball, got 2 opportunities on 1 possession, and Pioneers don't get punished with 3 points on the board the other way. But fortunate. Alexander, 3 of his own left wing, knocks it down. Caleb Jones-McCrary with the no-look pass on the baseline. Found a wide open Jake Alexander. He's got 16 in the ball game. He's knocked down a few of those tonight. And when these Pioneer wings are shooting it like that from the perimeter, I don't know how you guard them. As well as their 2 bigs scored in the paint. If Anthony Brown and Trey Brown and Jake Alexander are going to shoot it from the and Drew Smith are going to knock down threes at this clip, they're going to put up a lot of points, and that's held true tonight. They've got 89 with 4:13 left in the game.
That's his fourth. 17.
And to put a damper on things a bit, Caleb Jones-McCrary picks up his fourth. And looking down at the bench, expecting a sub and telling the coach, hey, I'm all right, leave me out here. And with a lead of this margin, the coaches are willing to do so. Go Lightly knocks down the first free throw. And he goes 2 for 2. 89-67 the score. Go Lightly will check out, and that'll bring Connor Robertson back in. And Pioneers are going to go back to that action where they get a high ball screen at the top of the key with a little roll and replace. Excuse me. They're not. They're going to turn it over as Caleb Jones-McCrary thought about refusing that dribble handoff, turning the corner and taking it himself, and he just mishandled it, carried, and that'll be turnover. Couple of substitutions now for Grandview, and Pioneers bench yelling snipers for the new faces off the bench, meaning these guys can really shoot the basketball. There's a little chest move to counter the zone that the Pioneers have gone into, but can't counter that chest move when it's Anthony Brown saying, big shark, eat little shark. Better athlete, I'm just going to take the basketball, and he comes up with the steal at the top of the key.
Timeout, Pioneers.
And timeout by the Pioneers. So they're going to talk things over, just a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay right here.
30-second timeout.
So I believe Aries Abdel Nassar. Aries Abdel Nassar. I believe I'm saying that correctly. I hope I am. If I'm not, I apologize. Has checked in for the Vikings. He's a local guy, listed his hometown as Kansas City, Missouri, a junior, number 2 in the black jerseys, as well as Connor Robertson, the freshman from Riverside. So 2 local Kansas City area kids have entered the game for the Vikings in response to the zone, and they weren't even able to get a look in their zone offense because Anthony Brown came up with what feels like his 15th steal. I'm sure it's only his 3rd or 4th, but his hands at the top of that 3-2 have caused a lot of problems. And not just for this Vikings team, but for a lot of teams when they've gone to that zone. He inbounds to Trey Brown as we're set with just 3.5 minutes to play. Anthony Brown looking for Jones-McCrary in the post. Had to go high post to Jake Alexander before he could get it to him. Jones-McCrary drop step on the baseline, put the defender underneath the rim and lays it in off the glass and good. As that's a new face in the game for the Vikings, Cham Dang from Storm Lake, Iowa, who had the unenviable task of guarding Jones-McCrary one-on-one in the post, and that was favor of the Pioneers. As I believe Caleb has a double-double now as well, with 10 points and surely 10 rebounds. I don't have his rebound stats in front of me, but it's got to be in double digits. Another deflection from the Pioneers in this zone, and Grandview has gone awfully quiet in the defensive adjustment here, although the Pioneers had the lead steadily in hand, but there were signs of life, a couple of transition baskets and some three-point makes from Drew Johnson and Ryan Miller. And on cue, Aries Abel Nassar knocks down the 3-ball, his first action of the game, and he comes in, he's 1 for 1, hits the 3 on the left wing. The end of the shot clock, so not the worst thing in the world for a Pioneer fan, as it took 30 seconds off the clock, and with just 2.5 to go, that's going to be maybe insurmountable. And there's another good play by Abdel Nassar as Alexander comes in and gets fouled, but Abdel Nassar prevented a dunk from Jones-McCrary. He was wide open on the pick and roll on the right wing, and Aries came over and stripped it away before Caleb could go up for the dunk attempt, but fortunate bounce for the Pioneers. It found Jake Alexander headed to the rim, and he was fouled to stop the layup or the dunk attempt, and he knocks down the first free throw. And the Pioneers are starting to put a couple of new faces in, 2 freshmen set to check in. Brooks Langer, who we've seen tonight already, and now my guy, the Italian stallion, Pietro Munari, all the way from Italy, the freshman, checks into the ball game. And Anthony Brown and Jake Alexander exit to quite the ovation, and deservedly so, as it looks like Coach Lamar will not be stuck on 799 for much longer, just 2 minutes to go. Abdel Nassar, another three, knocks it down again, so this kid can really shoot it. They were calling him a sniper, and correctly named. Smooth stroke from the outside. He's 2 for 2 from three. But with this score, 20 points in 2 minutes well in hand, we want to give an unbelievable tribute and shout out to Coach Rocky Lamar and, of course, his lovely wife, who is affectionately known in the Pioneer basketball program as Joe Mama. She's done so much cooking and feeding of the guys and housing them over summers and over Christmas breaks when they can't go home, and she's just been an unbelievable asset to the Pioneer men's basketball program. As another three was knocked down on that side by the Vikings. I believe it was Connor Robertson. But there have been a lot of changes on the campus of Mid-America Nazarene University the last 30-plus years. But there's been one constant, and it's been Rocky Lamar leading the men's basketball program and really the athletic program as a whole. Now, I was fortunate enough to be a part of that program for 3.5 years as a player and a few years as a coach, and to play a small part in 175 of those wins. I feel blessed to have been around Coach Lamar in his program for that time. This was obviously an influential time in my life. 81 wins as a player, 94 as a coach. And Coach Rocky Lamar, who's been to 7 national Final Fours as a head coach, 7 Final Fours, 2 national championship games, including the national championship victory in 2007. And now has his point guard from that national championship team sitting next to him as the assistant coach, Adam Hepker, who will take over this program when Coach Lamar, who has decided to retire in the spring, does finally hang him up, is going to join an absolutely elite club with 800 wins. I mean, we're talking guys in that club like Mike Krzyzewski and Jim Boeheim, and the list ain't much longer than that at any level of college basketball. So let's not put the nail in the coffin just yet. We got 1:28 to go, but as Coach Lamar standing with both fists in the air, still instructing his guys as he's got a bunch of freshmen in the game with the score well in hand, and he has not quit coaching them, and that's why you love him. And he'll tell you he loves the Final Four rings and the national championships and the accolades, and he's got plenty of them, but Pioneer men's basketball has always been about relationships, and that's because of the leadership of Rocky Lamar and Joe Lamar, and we love them and have been appreciative of them for this university. So thank you, Coach Lamar. Thank you, Joe Mama. Munari picks up a foul. Vikings will head to the line. It's going to be Dang who heads to the free throw line. It's a junior. Nice looking free throw stroke. He knocks down the first. 77-93. And the worst thing in the world as a coach is when you empty the bench and then all of a sudden that score goes from 25 to single digits and you got to put your starters back in, and I don't foresee that happening. But Vikings have not quit, gone on a little bit of a run thanks to the hot shooting of a couple guys coming in off the bench here, and there's another turnover. A steal is going to lead to an easy layup the other way, and Aries Abdel Nassar has got 8 quick points off the bench, and it's all of a sudden a 13-point game. What was once a blowout has completely shifted in the final couple of minutes here with both groups playing their bench players. It's not like Grandview has left in Ryan Miller and Drew Johnson and company. They have got the end of the bench in the game as well, but heck of a performance off the bench from Abdel Nassar. And he's going to tie up Mark Trujillo. Nope, Trujillo rips it away. Going to keep possession for the Pioneers. So just 45 seconds to go in the ball game. Munari gets it to Adri Ibarra. Ibarra, dribble handoff to Langer. Brooks Langer, jab step, one dribble, pull up 3 ball on the way, left it short. The rebound, Robertson, he's going to push. And Abdel Nassar all the way to the bucket, almost got in double figures in about 90 seconds of game time. Missed the layup. Pioneers still off and running. Brooks Langer goes jump hook off the glass, not too strong. Rebound Dang. He throws it full court. That's stolen away by Trujillo. And Pioneers, our coaching staff begging the Pioneers to slow things down, but Pietro Munari with the pretty Euro step, fitting, we'll call it the Italian step. The Italian job goes in, scores the bucket on the right side. He's on the scoreboard, and that's probably going to be our final score, and it will be, as Langer pulls down the defensive rebound. Pioneers win 95-80 for number 800 for Coach Rocky Lamar, and his players are happy for him. They're going to celebrate, as is this crowd. 95-80, that's going to do it from the Cook Center as Rocky Lamar wins number 800 as he stands on his court, Rocky Lamar Court, and the celebration will start now. Thanks for being with us. You enjoyed a heck of a ball game on MNUsports.com and MNU Sports on YouTube.
Don't forget the next home game is this coming Wednesday. Be sure to come on back here Wednesday night at 5:30 and 7:30. Park University comes to town. So let's have a big crowd here Wednesday night. And of course, next Saturday, William Penn comes to town. So let's have a big, giant crowd here as we say goodbye to the Hall of Famer, Coach Rocky Lamar. Thanks for coming.